Hey y'all, it's Carrie from Attainable Form. I just did a video showing y'all how to dig up lemongrass. Now I'm going to show you how to transplant it. I have a pot here filled with potting soil. You can get this from any store. Just make sure it's a potting soil. Potting soils tend to come with peat moss mixed in and a little bit less sand, and that peat moss is going to retain moisture, which is going to help you in the pot. So what I've done is filled it up most of the way. I put a little hole in here. I'm going to take one of my lemongrass and I'm going to put it in here. Before I put it in here, I wanted to show you a couple things. You see all these roots that are cut? Lemongrass puts down a fairly extensive root system. I cut away at a lot of that. So in order for this plant to survive, I need to lop off a lot of these branches. I'm gonna do that right now before I plant it. It took me a while to get used to this. It always felt like I was hurting the plant or like negating all the work that I was putting in, but it will be fine. Lemongrass is hardy, it will come back. Plants in general are hardy, they'll come back. They can survive a lot. All right, so I cut it back a little bit less harshly than I cut back the ones that I divided up. That's because I'm not going to be getting rid of as much of the root system by continuing to cut away at the roots. So what I'll do is I'll just get in here, pack it nice and tightly. I want to make sure that the pot I'm putting this in has enough room on the sides for this plant to be comfortable for several weeks. This plant is large enough that I'm gonna leave it in here maybe even through the fall. I may let this guy sit in here through the fall and maybe even through the winter. So I want to make sure that I have a pot that's big enough that can handle that. So, all right, thank you. We'll see you soon.